What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my another channel. Look at this shit. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another sports channel. Ignore this. It's almost down. I know y'all looking like this mother. But yeah, man, welcome back to my another another video. Last one I made, y'all ran those numbers up. Michigan versus Ohio State. The numbers are steady rappling. I just want to thank y'all so much for viewing my stuff. Liking it. Commenting on it. I like to see that. I like to interact with people. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me what you think about that. That's what I like. So, yeah, I love the interaction and things like that. And keep running it up. Keep running up the numbers. Keep running up them likes. Keep running up the comments. I like to see all of that. I love to see it. I want to interact with you guys. It's nice. It's nice to interact with other people from other communities about sports, about the sport we love. I love that. About the team we love, about the teams we love. I love it. So, yeah, keep interacting. I'm going to keep interacting with you guys. I'm never going to not interact with you guys. And, yeah, just keep on running it up, man. You want more videos like this, like, comment, subscribe. And, follow me on my social media. The link will be in the description down below. But man, I missed a lot. Missed the Big Ten championship preview. I wanted to really preview that. Busy with work. I wanted to preview what my thoughts will be on it or after it, to see what would the rankings be after that championship week, because some stuff has got shaken up. That's what I'm going to talk about now. But, yeah, I wanted to bring that stuff to you guys and things like that. But, man. So let's get back on that. Some stuff has been shaken up. And I say this, they actually got it right this time. It was some chaos. It was some chaos. It was some chaos this championship weekend. Just enough chaos for one particular team to sneak in. But yeah, championship weekend was one of the wildest weekends ever. It was upsets galore. It was last minute victories. And there was a couple blowouts. But yeah, otherwise it was all good. College football rankings came out that Sunday at 12 p.m. And the teams that they have selected will be the teams that we always thought. It was number 1 Georgia, which people can make that definitive argument for why does Georgia deserve to be number 1 or why Michigan deserved to be number 1. To me, I'm not being biased, but I think Michigan had the better win against Ohio State, who was number 2 at the time, who everybody thought that was going to beat us. Everybody thought they was going to beat us by more than double digits. We was a 7-point underdog, 7-point underdog, but we won by 22 points in their house that we haven't beaten them since 2000. So I feel like that was the better win. Whereas Georgia, their better win came from a Tennessee team who is number 6, but they wasn't as nearly as potent as a team like how they was when they faced LSU or Alabama. They just wanted to beat Alabama because they haven't beat Alabama in 16 years. But when it came to Georgia, they laid down. So I feel like even though they were number 1 at the time and Georgia was number 3, I still feel like we had the better win because, first off, y'all beat Tennessee in Athens, which is y'all home, whereas we went to the Horseshoe in Columbus, a place that we haven't won in for years. Literally 22 years we haven't won in that place. So that was a better win. And not to mention, another better win we had number 11 Penn State, which was number 8, but for some reason they went down 3 spots again, which I never seen that. Like, I get they didn't make it to a championship game, but to have other teams jump them and to move them back down to number 11 is really suspicious like. But So we got number 1 Georgia, number 2 Michigan, go blue. We got number 3 TCU, which people have a big problem with that. I don't know why people have a big problem with that, because they looking like, well, TCU lost. And we was guaranteed a spot. That's Alabama fans talking. We're guaranteed a spot if TCU loses. But here's the thing. TCU is 5-1 against ranked opponents this year. They're 5-1. Their only loss came in the championship game. Do y'all not see the correlation to that? Alabama, you're 3-2. And you beat a Texas team who is number 20, and the only reason they're still in is because to build up your resume. Number 22, Mississippi State, and number 18, South Carolina, that they only put South Carolina in so they can make a resume for Georgia and Alabama. Mostly for Georgia, because before that, Georgia only had two top 10 or two college football playoff ranking wins, which was Oregon, who was like number 12 now, and Tennessee. But they snuck in Mississippi State and South Carolina to build up Georgia's resume to keep them at number 1. People don't see that, but I see it. Anyway, yeah, so that happened. But a lot of people were so mad at TCU for making it, and it's just like they were 12-0. They made their championship game, their conference championship, and they only lost by 3 points in overtime. Alabama, y'all allow a Tennessee team that got whooped by Georgia handily and got whooped by South Carolina handily, put up 52 points on y'all. And y'all love to make an argument about losses. Well, we only lost by 5 points in each game. So when does losses matter more than wins? I'm not understanding that. It's weird to me, but I'm going to get more on that. Anyway, TCU deserved to be there. Number 3. Glad they didn't get hold like in 2014 when they won 55-3 against their competition in a championship game, but got left out for Alabama. Crazy, right? Number 4, Ohio State. We expected them to get in. USC completely fumbled the bag. Completely fumbled the bag. When I say fumbled the bag, you have a Heisman candidate, potentially a Heisman winner, in Caleb Williams, and you let Utah beat y'all again. No motivation at all. No type of motivation. You let Utah in Vegas put up how many points? 48 points on y'all? When you got a Heisman Trophy winner? And this is y'all time to get into the playoffs? It was a playoff on the line. And y'all completely fumbled the bag and let Ohio State get in. It's crazy. So, yeah, Ohio State is in. And a lot of... And I'm going to get to Alabama fans in a second. But, yeah, they deserve to be in. You know, one loss came to a number 2 team. Yes, it was about 22 points. But still to the number 2 team. So, that's that. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why Alabama didn't deserve to be in. And please, Alabama fans, please, please, please take this into consideration. Please. I don't want to hear all the BS that y'all finna throw. I don't want to hear all the excuses. The number 1 excuse I heard was because Texas A&M is in the SEC and that's a good team. The record don't show how good of a team they are, really. Texas A&M. The thing I don't like about you SEC fans and you SEC, fan bases and analysts, y'all just think because a team is in the SEC that they deserve to be ranked, deserve to be in the playoffs because they're in the SEC. Y'all look at that the SEC is like the NFL and everybody else is in college. It was even one point in time that Alabama fans really thought that Alabama couldn't compete in the NFL. And it's just like, let's bring it back down to reality. The SEC is overrated. And I know y'all might look at it, but look how much they won the national championships and BCS championships. Yes. That's because those teams in the BCS rankings were actually worthy to be in. If you are undefeated or one loss and you're number one, you deserve to be in. That's how the BCS went. It was fair. It was no margin of error for the BCS. Now in the college football playoffs, you can lose to a team that you should beat and still be in or considered to be in because you're in the SEC. You see how this is working? Y'all don't deserve to be in because you're in the SEC. I don't understand why y'all think the SEC is up here and everybody is down here because of draft. Who cares about draft? Of course, y'all gonna get more people to go to the SEC because y'all got summer year round. And y'all do have some great programs. I'm not gonna completely be unbiased against y'all. But y'all have summer all year round and y'all don't play each other. It's different for the Big Ten where Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan State, those four compete against each other in the same division. Year round. They have to go through each other to be at the top. What is y'all not seeing? Alabama don't have to go through a Georgia. They barely schedule Georgia. They don't schedule Georgia like they schedule Georgia once every 4 years. They don't schedule Georgia every year. They schedule Tennessee every year because that's a rival and they feel like Tennessee ain't gonna beat us. Y'all barely schedule Florida. Y'all schedule Florida every few years. Y'all have to schedule LSU because y'all in the same division, and that's the only person that can compete with Alabama. Everybody else can't compete with Alabama in the West. Nobody. And I know Florida and Georgia is in the East. I'm just saying that's the only people they don't really schedule Georgia or Florida like that because they don't. Michigan, go back to my team, we scheduled Wisconsin, who was in the West, and had 10 plus wins all those seasons 5 straight years in a row. 5 straight years. And they're in the West Division. 5 straight years. And sometimes Wisconsin dog walked us. Dog walked us. They dog walked us. But we still schedule them. See what I'm getting at? Alabama, if you want to be the best and you say you are the best, why don't you and Georgia schedule 5-year back-to-back home games? 1 year we play at my house, another year we play at your house. 1 year we play at my house, another year we play at your house. And then a next year could be a neutral site, but schedule them. You don't schedule them. So everybody talk about the SEC that, SEC this. Y'all don't play each other. Like I said, the Big Ten West, Big Ten East, have Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State. Sometimes Indiana plays spoiler. And I'm not saying there are Big Ten conference contenders at all. I'm just saying sometimes they play spoilers. We have a Maryland sometimes that's played spoilers. And then in 2 years, we're going to be getting UCLA and USC. UCLA or USC might be in the East Division. And we're going to have to go through Pasadena or the Rose Bowl. And y'all not getting a correlation. We're going to have to travel. We're going to have to play all those teams. Michigan, we'll have to play all those teams. This team's Michigan going to have to play because that's my favorite team. Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State, sometimes Wisconsin. But we talking about our division, so let's delete them. Have to play Maryland. Sometimes they are spoilers. And then now UCLA or USC. That's 5 people. It's 5. I know I just named 6 teams, but I don't know if UCLA or USC is going to be in the East Division. That's 5 teams that we're going to have to go through. 5 teams. Whereas this is Alabama. Oh, SEC. Oh, they always have the number 1 hardest. This is Alabama. Vanderbilt. Oh my. Vanderbilt. LSU. Ole Miss. Come on, bro. I'm not even finna say Ole Miss. Like, what is Ole Miss? Ole Miss or South Carolina. Wow. South Carolina always lay down against y'all. Y'all don't deserve to be in. Another reason why y'all don't deserve to be in. Y'all are 10-2. I don't care if you had close losses. Y'all always on the throw that we should be above Ohio State because they lost by 22 and we lost by a combined total of 5 points. So we rewarding losses now. You also gave up 52 points to a team that gave up 63 points to a South Carolina team who was 8-4. You guys also won against an 8-4 Texas team by 1, and y'all were double-digit favorites. 22-point spread at that. You lost to an LSU team who shouldn't even have been ranked number 10 and is overrated and let Georgia put up 50 points on them. Y'all couldn't even put up 40 points on them. I think y'all put up 39. Georgia put up 50. So, yes, y'all don't deserve to be in. And lost to that same Tennessee team who let South Carolina put up 63 on them. They lost, 42-3? Come on, bro. I don't want to hear it. Y'all don't deserve to be in. Y'all don't deserve to be in. Y'all had some of the most mediocre wins in Nick Saban history. Y'all beat 2 8-4 teams. Those was y'all best wins. An 8-4 South Carolina team and an 8-4 Texas team. And I only say South Carolina, even though you beat Mississippi State and Ole Miss. Mississippi State is at 22. At least South Carolina did beat 2 top 10 schools in Clemson and Tennessee. At least they did do that. So I'm going to give y'all the benefit of the doubt with that. But still, that's it. 8-4 teams. And you barely won against a 5-7 team who beat up on a number 10, number 10 team, number 16 in LSU. A team that y'all couldn't beat. A 5-7 Texas A&M team beat LSU by 17 points. A team that y'all couldn't beat. So, again. And y'all only beat Texas A&M by 4 points? 3 points? It was 24-21. Really? That's dominant? And that's y'all excuse? Well, Texas A&M is a good team. Let us would have only beat a Rutgers team by 3 points. I guarantee you, we would have moved down. We would have moved down. They reward y'all for that win. We would have moved down. Y'all don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm sorry. I know y'all might look at it like, oh, you're being a hater. Can you please tell me how do y'all deserve to be in the playoffs? With mediocre wins against 8-4 teams, barely squeaking past a 5-7 team, losing to a LSU team who got blitzed by a 5-7 team, and then lost to a Tennessee team who got blitzed by an 8-4 team. Like, how does that add up to being in the playoffs where Ohio State, and I'm not even an Ohio State fan, but I can make the case for them, every game except for Michigan, because, of course, that's they only lost. They beat every team by double digits. And I know y'all might say, well, it's the Big Ten. So a 5-7 Texas A&M school can beat Ohio State? They would get dog walked. They lost to Appalachian State this year. Are we forgetting that? Texas A&M was number 6 and they lost to Appalachian State. So I guess Appalachian State would dog walk Ohio State too. I guess that's the correlation right there. Like, come on, bro. At home. They lost to Appalachian State at home. At home. In front of 90 to 100,000 fans at home. Not on a neutral site, at home, where you have home field advantage, where your crowd over 100,000 should be getting Appalachian State scared. Y'all always like to say the SEC. We already know what Penn State did at Auburn. That's the SEC school, right? They got dog walked. So again, it's like, y'all can't say that. Alabama, Ohio State deserved to be in. It is what it is. Hey, if you want to be the best, don't have 2 losses. If you want to be the best, have 1 loss and make your conference championship. You only had 1 chance. You only had 1 goal. That was to beat LSU. You already lost to Tennessee. Beat LSU to secure your spot in the SEC championship. That's it. That's all you had to do. You fumbled that. So no, y'all don't deserve to be in. You lost 2 games, albeit by a combined of 5 points. Still lost 2 games, and you didn't make your conference schedule. And you think y'all should have been number 4 or number 3, and they should drop TCU out because of a 3-point loss in their conference championship game, and they beat 5 ranked opponents? 5. And this was their schedule. I don't know if it's in order, but this was their schedule. 4 ranked opponents in a row. So Oklahoma State, Kansas State. They was all ranked at the time. And Oklahoma State was top 10 teams. And they beat them. So again, who had the better resume? Alabama didn't deserve to be in. They shouldn't have got in. They shouldn't even be considered because they lost 2 games. And I don't even know how they were still in the top 10. They lost 2 games. They was at number 8 and then lost to LSU. No, they was at number 6. Lost to LSU and only went down to 9. If that was Michigan, we would have went down to 15. Y'all kept Alabama in the top 10, losing 2 games. Wow. Bring the BCS rankings back. Bring the BCS National Championship back. Bring it back. 1 and 2 only goes. It's good that they expanded the playoffs to 12 teams. But bring back the BCS Championship. 1 and 2 go. Everybody else, if you want to be in the championship, be 1 and 2. That's how it should be. All this other BS. Oh, I can have 3 losses, but because I'm an SEC school, I can get in. I might want to hear that. That's BS. That's why y'all don't deserve to go. But if y'all want more sports videos like this, run it up, interact, like it up, subscribe. We're going to get lit over here. We're going to grow our channel. We're going to grow the family. Peace.